Join me as I take on the challenge of facing my biggest inner fears to find the motivation I need. Join me as I take on the challenge of facing my biggest inner fears to find the motivation I need. You know, I'm willing to bet that there's something you've been wanting to achieve, something that's been holding you back from reaching your full potential. And I'm guessing it's not because you're not capable, or because you're not talented enough, but because of something much deeper, something that's stopping you from taking that first step towards your dreams. And that something is inner fear. Inner fear is like a constant whisper in the back of your mind, telling you that you're not good enough, that you're going to fail, that you're not worthy of success. It's the voice that keeps you up at night, worrying about what could go wrong. And it's the reason why you procrastinate, why you put off taking action towards your goals. But here's the thing. Inner fear is not something that just magically disappears. It's something that you have to confront head-on, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Inner fear can manifest in so many ways. It can be the fear of rejection, the fear of failure, or even the fear of success. It can be the fear of what other people will think, or the fear of taking a risk and stepping outside of your comfort zone. But no matter what form it takes, inner fear is what's holding you back from achieving your dreams. It's what's stopping you from taking that first step, from making that phone call, from sending that email. And it's what's keeping you stuck in a life that's less than what you deserve. The thing is, inner fear is not just a personal problem. It's a societal problem. We're taught from a young age to play it safe, to avoid taking risks, and to stick with what we know. But that's not how we grow, that's not how we learn, and that's not how we become the people we're meant to be. We have to be willing to take risks, to face our fears, and to push past them. Fear of failure is one of the biggest inner fears that people face. It's the fear of not being good enough, of not being successful, of not meeting expectations. But here's the thing. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of it. Every successful person has experienced failure along the way. It's how we learn, it's how we grow, and it's how we become better versions of ourselves. Fear of rejection is another big one. It's the fear of being turned down, of being rejected, of not being loved or accepted. But here's the thing. Rejection is not a reflection of your worth as a person. It's a reflection of someone else's opinions, and it's not worth holding you back from going after what you want. One of the biggest fears that people face is the fear of the unknown. It's the fear of taking a risk and not knowing what's going to happen. But here's the thing. The unknown is not something to be feared. It's something to be embraced. It's where the magic happens. It's where we grow, and it's where we become the people we're meant to be. I know what it's like to be held back by inner fear. I know what it's like to let fear dictate my actions, to let it hold me back from going after what I want. But I also know what it's like to face that fear head-on, to push past it, and to come out the other side. I remember when I first started my YouTube channel, I was terrified. I was terrified of rejection, of failure, of what people would think. But I pushed past that fear, and I started creating. And you know what? It was some of the most fulfilling work I've ever done. Facing my inner fears has been one of the most liberating experiences of my life. It's allowed me to tap into a level of motivation that I never knew I had. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's comfortable. But I am saying it's worth it. When you face your inner fears, you open yourself up to a whole new level of possibility. You open yourself up to a whole new level of growth, of learning, of becoming the person you're meant to be. So let's recap what we've talked about today. We've talked about how inner fear is what's holding you back from achieving your dreams. We've talked about how it manifests in daily life. And we've talked about some of the common fears that people face. And most importantly, we've talked about how to overcome those fears and tap into a level of motivation that you never knew you had. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What are some of the inner fears that you're facing, and how are you going to overcome them? And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more motivational content. I've got a video on overcoming self-doubt that you might find really helpful, so go check it out.